So I want to go ahead and work a word problem when it varies inversely. The word problem reads, the time t that it takes for a salesman to drive a certain distance d varies inversely as the average speed r. It takes the salesman 4.75 hours to travel between two cities at 60 miles per hour. How long would the drive take at 50 miles per hour? And of course, you still want to annotate the word problem itself, get rid of all that extra fluff and everything else in there that's just there to confuse you. Anything that's talking about a variable, you want to highlight because you're just going to have your meaning in there. In this case, I would highlight t, time, t, distance, d. Of course, I need to know varies inversely. And of course, average speed, r. Now, this formula actually sets up, because we don't need to use a k, because in this case, d is actually going to be our constant the way it's written, because the distance between the two cities is going to be constant. It's not going to change. Right, so the equation is going to be my time t varies inversely, so I'm going to have my d over my r. And of course, from here, I've got to have to solve for my distance first, my d. Then we're going to reuse that answer we found to actually answer the question. Don't forget to highlight your question so you remember to answer the question. And of course, our answer is going to have words in it because our problem has words in it as well. All right, so from the beginning, they tell us it takes 4.75 hours to travel a certain distance at a rate of 60 miles per hour. Here we're going to multiply both sides by 60. And we're going to find that d is 285 miles. That is my d. Now that we know what our d is, we can actually rewrite our formula as time equals 285 over my average speed r. And then the question itself asks, how long is it going to take if the driver drives 50 miles an hour? Well, that's my r. So I'm simply going to do t equals 285 divided by 50. The units will work out because this is miles per hour. Our hours will cancel, so we'll just be left with miles. And when we plug this into a calculator, we're going to get 5.7 hours. So if this person was taking this drive at 50 miles an hour instead of 60 miles an hour, it would take 5.7 hours, whereas at 60 miles an hour it takes 4.75. So then your answer would look something along the lines of this. The salesman can't spell. The salesman took 5.7 hours to drive 285 miles. Something along those lines. As long as your sentence it's a complete sentence and it refers back to the problem itself where it actually answers the question. Remember, hi, I'm Mr. Buzzard, and I'm making these videos as supplemental instruction for my students. If you found these videos actually informative or they answer the question you're looking for, make sure you hit the like button and then don't forget to subscribe and then click the bell to receive notifications for future instructional math videos.